So you guys know that sometimes I like to come in with the games on this channel that are a little bit different, right? They're kind of doing something that's not a lot of people are doing, and they're kind of trying to show you something you maybe haven't seen before. This is a game by Sophism Games called SysOps Saga, and it's made by an IT professional that has a lot of experience working as a site reliability engineer for FAANG companies. That's Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, although their acronyms have now changed since they're now Meta and Alphabet. Regardless, it's a game that's here to kind of give you an idea of what it's like to be an IT professional, kind of. You know, like, obviously there's a lot of differences. It's a video game, but we're going to check it out together. I think it's kind of a cool concept, and I'd like to go ahead and play it with you, and just to kind of see what it is. And if you like this game and you want to see more about it, or maybe get it for yourself, you can see the link down in the description. Okay, so it says, welcome to our small online store. We've just started this venture, and to be honest, the internet is a bit of a mystery to us. So we're excited to have you on board as our tech guy to help us navigate this digital world and keep our store running smoothly. So what we're gonna do in this game, essentially, we're gonna start off with a very easy task. This is our CEO, Chris, and he's just saying that they bought a server with out-of-the-box stuff. They have no idea how to connect it to the internet. Please help them. What we're gonna get is progressively more challenging jobs. Basically, we're going to get hired by different companies and progressively more complicated setups that's kind of teach us the game as we go. I'm going to run through things pretty quickly, but as you'll see, things can get quite complicated as you play the game. So this is our inbound traffic. This is what's coming inbound, okay? And then there's simply the server right here. And all we're going to do is connect this with a line, and there we go. We're connected to the internet. There's the profit. Very easy to do for our first objective, just to teach us the basics of the game. Down here, you'll see the console. This is going to tell you what's going on with the system. Every time some server reboots or there's some kind of data packets going on, you're going to see that in the console. Then there's also an IRC client, and this is sort of the inter-office chat that's going along with things. Sometimes it'll be relevant to your job. Other times it'll just be banter between employees, and you're just going to basically be ignoring it. For the success of this, we're going to get 2 stars. Why? Well, because we had a lot of rejected requests. A lot of rejected requests can also hurt you. So if we want to, we could do this much faster by hitting redo, just getting rid of this text and just doing this really quickly. And now we're only going to have 8 rejected requests. You can't pause the game. So the longer you take to do it, the more things that'll probably go wrong in the meantime, stability-wise, etc. Okay, so once this is done, we should have 3 stars, and we can move on to the next challenge here. He says, I see our web page is coming along or coming online. That's excellent. First customer just made an order. Very good. Okay, we can move on to the next challenge now. My colleague has created a personalized online store for me. Please help me upload it to the new server and connect it to the merchant software that we already have. Okay, cool. So now we have this box in the center here, and we have to drag some code in here. This is a merchant application that some software person has made. So we're going to go ahead and drag that there, connect this to here, and then this packets come in. It generates some kind of data from that application, and that needs to go through the internet over there. And you can see the new version of the web page online. Well done. And we have all of the interactive stuff over here again on the console. If you get some kind of PTSD or something, maybe you're an IT person and you get some kind of oh God, this is the thing. Yeah, well, I apologize in advance, but it's a video game. All right, so we should get 3 stars for that. I didn't take too long to do it. Let's get to the next task. We need to record purchases to a database. My college has already updated the company store. Please spin up a server, run database there, and connect it with the store. Cool. So inbound traffic, here's our merchant application, and it's going out that way. But now we need to record it to a database. How do we do that? Well, we're going to change the merchant application by updating it to include a split of different types of traffic, and then we're going to put a database in, and then that red is going to go over to the database. So now everything gets recorded in 2 places. It goes out that way and it goes out this way. And you can see that data packets come in simultaneously and kind of stay parallel with each other there like that. You can also, of course, reorganize all these windows and stuff to keep things a bit more organized for your own head. But everything sort of happens regardless of where those boxes are located. Okay, now we're going to start getting multiple goals, because up until this point, the goal has just been singular. There's one goal to do. But now we have a new task. Our database needs to do periodic backups. Please run backup servers with respective software. Okay, so like I said, we have 2 goals here. Let's go ahead and look at them. The first goal is down here, and that's just simply reaching an average rate of yellow and red, 30 seconds greater than 2.5, which we have. The green line is the goal, white line is what's current. But what we don't have right now is having an average count of the blue data packets processing greater than 2.5. So we need that too. So all we're going to do with this one is we're going to grab a couple of servers. We could do one. I don't know if we can really keep the database in this instance, though. This instance doesn't look like we can keep this database packet. So maybe the replicator will just work that way. We'll try it out. Let's see. We're going to take this. We're going to have a replicator here, and then we're just going to do this. I feel like that's probably going to be enough to make that happen. So we're looking at the flow of yellow and red, and it looks like it's going to stay above 2.5. Yep. And then now we should start seeing, well, maybe not. Replicator doesn't seem to be kicking out the blue very fast, does it? There was one, and that actually was all we needed, was just that one. Okay, good. All right, so this next task we have. My colleague noticed that a store sometimes gets stuck on malicious requests, which masquerade as regular requests. Please run server with program to filter them out and record to database of malicious requests. Okay, so in the console, we can see that we're getting some CPU intensive requests, and it's kind of like bogging down our system. These little bars underneath kind of give you an idea of how hard that area is working. If we ever want to see a breakdown of that, we can go ahead and open up this, and we can see that CPU utilization is getting slammed to 100%. Memory utilization does kind of get slammed as 100% as well. And so these malicious packets are basically just overloading the system, and it's causing a problem. They're asking us to run a server with a program to filter those out and record the database of malicious requests. So what we're going to do is we have a threat sync here. And so this is what this is going to do. This is going to be our threat sync. And then I think what I need from this is probably between the merchant and the new inbound traffic, we're going to want to place one of these. It's basically just a splitter. And so what we'll do is we'll connect this to this side and this to this side. And then we'll go ahead and cut that and then connect it here. So what I'm hoping happens here is that this thing will filter out the bad requests. And then that will hopefully make it to where this thing doesn't get super bogged down anymore, because those bad requests are just going somewhere else. And then as you can see, all of our goals are being met now. Yep, there we go. It did take a little bit long trying to figure out and explaining it and everything. So I could do better if I just set that up really fast. But I think I'm going to move on to the next one anyway, because getting 3 stars there is quite easy. All right, I'm running a huge sale today, and there's a big traffic in our store. Our store seems to not be able to handle it. Please add some power to our servers. There should be an option for this. All right, so you can see there's a lot of packets coming in here, and things are going to start getting a little overloaded. Network is overloaded, so this is basically full. That's why it's red. So what we're going to do is go into the merchant here, and we're going to update the CPU and the network. And it's going to shut that down temporarily, but then it's going to be able to filter it through a little bit faster. And so now everything can flow a lot faster, which is nice. I'm also going to go over to this. I'm just going to update the network card on that too, so it can handle the extra flow. There we go. And that should bring us over the limit here. I believe we can handle that now with that. So I just made sure the CPU could handle it on that one, and then the network on that one is a little bit better. Cool. We handled the corrupted requests and stuff too. Great. New job. So we finished the first job. That's kind of your tutorial-y things. Now we're going to get into a whole new job with TBU Solutions as a software engineer. Okay, and there's a detailed look of like what the job entails here. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply. Welcome. Another day at the software house. I can't say that I love my job, but we're here to maintain a system that's crucial for multiple clients. It's a bit of a grind, but your system admin experience is essential in keeping things from falling apart. We have won a new contract for Ministry of Education. 3 universities share common input. Please configure a server which distribute the traffic to 3 of these on the back ends. Okay, so inbound traffic is coming in for all 3 of them. We're just going to want to connect things up. So we're going to run a 3-way split right here. We're going to connect this side to the university there, and there, and then everything just kind of flows right in. Now, if it starts to get too bogged down, we'll go ahead and expand this one. But I don't believe for the first part of this, we're going to need to do that. I have played through several of the ones that we're going to play in the future, so I kind of already know what to expect for these, and that helps me in sort of explaining how things work. But we are eventually going to get to a point where we're going to start solving problems I haven't seen yet. Yeah. So there's a lot of rejected requests here, and I did everything like I needed. All 3 steps are done. But I think we only get 1 star because of those requests. So all I'm going to do is hit redo really quick and basically just do it faster. So we'll try to limit the bad requests here. There we go. There we go. So that should limit the rejected request down to just 41 instead of 300 something. And that should allow me to get the 3 stars for this challenge. We're going to be spending a little bit of time with this university too. And I don't believe it saves my window configuration. I don't believe it saves where my nodes are located from each step. So we'll have to deal with whatever they come and get us with. So the next step of this is going to say that one of the universities needs additional post-processing of the request. Please configure the new server to do it. So one of these universities needs more. So we're going to take a look at these, and we're going to find that the code base is dealing with green. So green is going to come in with these light green ones, but we need to process them into these dark green ones. So we're going to have a new one here, a new infrastructure here, and we're going to end up ending with the dark green. So we're just going to change this one like this, and then have that additional post-processing go like that. And that's pretty much all we need to do for this challenge. So we'll let that go, and we'll start to see that the dark green is coming in just fast enough, and we'll complete that objective. Okay, next thing. Contract has been expanded to 1 more university. Please expand the system. So now we have another university that's involved with us, and we're going to get, this is Leuven, I guess. We're going to get a 4-way splitter. So to do that, we're just going to go ahead and do this. Now, if I want to make it to where there's not as much downtime, I could put another server here if I had it available, but I don't. So we're going to have to deal with downtime because I have to directly take this one offline. So we're going to put this one in instead. Oh, it's going to automatically connect them. Okay, cool. I don't remember it doing that before, but okay, it's good to know. It's going to do that now. Okay, so we have all these here, and then that's it. That's it. We're just connecting another one. Now, it may seem like, hey, this game is pretty easy, but what this is doing in kind of a tutorial nature is sort of giving us a look at some of the things that we're going to have to do in the future, and sort of introducing it to us with some basic concepts. And sometimes it's going to introduce these things to you in a manner that you don't quite understand why you're not completing the objective. For example, right now, it's possible that even with this, it's still messing up. And the reason for that could be a bug in the system. Now, over on the right-hand side, we see that we have a manager, but we also have a software developer. It's possible that this split has a bug. So we're going to take the software developer and say, hey, can you check this out for me, please? He's going to examine it. He's going to find a bug in the system. He did find a bug. And then he's going to come up with a new version. This is V2. We're then going to upload V2 to the server instead. And now, presumably, this will do a much better job and not have that bug. And the hope is that everything will go green, and that we will hopefully now see the objectives being completed. Okay, cool. So there's the extra things there, right? Now, I turned the tutorials off, but if you had the tutorials on, it would share with you the fact that software developers are there for you in case you uncover a bug and you need software to be rewritten. New thing, one of the universities has significantly more traffic and the splitter is underperforming. Devs have created heavily optimized dedicated splitter for that particular university. Please reshape our system, it says. Okay, so one of the universities is getting a lot more traffic than the others, is what it said. First off, I'm going to reorganize these because I just have to. Then we have this extra code here. This is the isolator. The isolator is going to send traffic from this. It's going to split it off and put it to the blue, but allow the rest of the traffic for the other universities to go this way. Now, I was able to do it just by upgrading hardware, but it did want me to use the isolator to do it. And later on, I will have to use isolator, stuff like that. Since I already know how to do it, I'm gonna let that go. But just upgrading that hardware was enough to actually complete the objectives, turns out. Okay, good. Your system is experiencing bursts of traffic due to university's rhythm of business. Please update servers to handle the bursts, which again is kind of all I was doing there. So I'm just updating the servers. And I think that's probably the only thing I'll need to do for this to let that go. It's gonna push it through. There we go. It's possible I'll need, nope, that's it. Just need to upgrade the servers there. Okay, so that job's done. And now we have another job available to us at the site reliability engineer position at Lati. I'm gonna go ahead and apply to this one. Now this is new territory for me. I haven't seen this one yet. So we're going into this fresh. I know it seems like I've just been whipping through this and it's very easy. But now when you're looking at things fresh, sometimes it can get a little bit more tricky. And it looks like it's getting more challenging. Hey there, superstar. We're on the cusp of something big here. at the startup. Our innovative product has caught the eye of some VCs, and I can't complain, or I can't contain my enthusiasm. This is venture capitalists, by the way. With your help as our site reliability engineer, we're going to change the world. Okay, dev team has set up our innovative system for deep data analytics. Unfortunately, it seems to underperform. Help us fix it. Okay, so first off, everything is coming into this one system here. So this thing is definitely overloaded. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that really quick and see if that does anything for us. We're just looking for an average rate of the yellow in 30 seconds to be greater than 10. And we're currently hovering about a little less than half of what we need. So there's definitely still a bottleneck going on right here. There's a relay here also, which is interesting, and this is getting overloaded. Okay, so we need to redo the system. Now, it's not giving me any type of servers to look at. It's not really giving me anything at all to go on here. So, wow, it's just getting slammed here. Let's take a look at it. Not supported this architecture. Supported this architecture not found. You know, it's maybe they're getting some. Maybe there's a bug here, right? Let's check out software engineer. Have it check this. Okay, so the entire node system itself has a bit of an issue now. So every node is going to need replaced. So we have some replacement code, and we're going to go ahead and add the v2 code to all the stuff down the line and see if that fixes it. And right here, this is the one that's not buggy. So with that, can we process things faster? We'll deploy the new software update. And we're no longer getting errors thrown at us. So that's a good sign. And with that, we probably process this fast enough. It looks like it's going up pretty well now. And everything is flowing. Okay, so it was just a software bug. Obviously, we needed the extra hardware, but it was really just a software bug that I couldn't see. Okay, we need specialized processing for certain types of requests. Include new programs in our infrastructure to handle them. The dev is on vacation, so in case of problems, try to deal on your own. Great. Okay, let's take a look here. So it's wanting us to get yellow greater than 9.5, which we already have. So that's our baseline. We're functioning. Good. You did it last time. We're good now. So the next thing is blue. We're going to input new types of data now. We have this node and this one here. So let's get two of these, and we'll get these situated here so we can see them. So let's put this maybe at the top. New types of data, huh? Okay. Here's what I'll do then. I think I'm going to take, since this is the V2 version here, we're going to add this. Do I add it at the top or bottom, I wonder? Let's first off upgrade this because it's going to be in the front. So I want this to be fully upgraded so it's not going to slow anything down. We're going to connect to this here. We're going to connect you to the backside here. And then I want you to connect at the top. So everything overflows to the top. And then finally, we'll go ahead and have you enter into there. And that should get us processing the extra data now, in addition to having all the other stuff flowing down. But there is a server crashing repetitively. Interesting. Now, this might be where this comes into place, and I'm not entirely sure what it's for. What are you for? Are you a splitter? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that or not. So maybe it's just getting overloaded. Maybe oh, he's on vacation. This can't be that. Okay, so I'm starting to see yellow no longer going where it's supposed to. Okay, so let's try this instead. We're gonna try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll try this. I don't know if this is a load balancer or just a splitter or whatever, but maybe everything's overloaded, so we could do that instead. We'll see if that changes anything in terms of the server shutting down or getting overloaded at all. So what we have right now is essentially all the traffic's flowing through here, which I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that and see if we can't get stuff to flow a little faster. So everything's flowing through the splitter right now. It's kind of load balanced to all these different nodes. I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to do that or not. Now the top one is connected here, so it will flow anyway. So for example, any data that goes to this side, it is going to eventually get cycled through anyway. And when it reaches the back of this, it then gets cycled through a relay and brought back up to the top of this. So really this is just load balancing these two. And again, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. It looks like I almost had this for a second and then it came back down. Okay. So maybe I had it right initially. Let's send this. Let's send this back through there, and then we'll send you through the splitter instead and see if that changes anything in terms of the flow. I want to bring that yellow back online. That's going to bring this up. Okay. This server just keeps... What is Nimble Quasar server? Need to figure out the name of these things. Did I shut it down? If I restart this server... Okay, I rebooted Nimble Quasar. So Nimble Quasar is here. This one is the one that's failing. Oh, you know what I think I need to do? Oh, okay. So we're losing the blue. We're actually almost getting it. Yeah, we might actually get this anyway. But I think I know what I'm supposed to do here, just to be a little bit better with this. I think the splitter is supposed to go... Yeah, we have infinite servers to run with. Okay, so this is probably not going to be a good rating because of those failed requests. But I think what I'll do here instead is this. We're going to have this splitter here. And we're also going to have, let's say, 2 or 3 of these. It really doesn't matter. The point is, though, when one of these shuts down, the other ones are still going to receive it. So I'm basically going to add some redundancy to this. And this may be too many, but I don't think you can have too much redundancy. So let's just do this. I mean, I guess you can if there's a cost. You know, if you're on a budget, you can. But all right, we'll do that. And then this blue is now going to go into here instead. And so now when one of them shuts down, the other ones can still receive it. And that will let me reliably get to above this mark. I think. I don't know. I don't really think I need this anymore, honestly. So yeah, we ended up with success, but I think because of those bad requests, if I was going to redo that again, I think what I would do is, right, we would go in like this. We'd have 2 of these, the splitter, and I think really 2 of them is enough, but we'll just do 3 anyway. And we would just have that. It's a simple solution, I think, with this, just to kind of get some redundancy this way. So we'd go 1, 2, 3 on the redundancy there. And then with all these things still working, because the rate here is really good. So all I would want to do in this instance is grab one of these, and we would put you this way, right? And then we would have you go that way, right here. Yep, and then this relay switches up, and this switches over like this, with you then getting upgraded. And I think that's pretty much all I would need to do to hit this the way I needed to, because these things aren't very stable, so they keep crashing. But as they crash and they reboot, the other ones are still online, so they can still receive what they can for the goal here. But this is now... this is slowing down now, which is a little bit odd. I only have 52 bad requests, and I don't see anything really wrong with anything. I don't see anything wrong here. This is already maxed out. I already updated all this. Maybe we'll just update the line here, just to leave it, just to let it get in here a little bit more. Just let it go a little faster. I don't know if that'll even fix it, but we'll see. Maybe the splitter over here was a good idea. Maybe it goes in here. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe the relay will send them directly here, because they've already went through this once. So if we just send them through the relay and put them back into this system, maybe that'll be okay. We're good, I think. It's a little weird, but I think that worked out okay. Your task: we need to expand infrastructure to handle yet another type of data. Please add another type of data. Okay. So it's kind of the same. It's the same setup we had before, but this time we're looking for 2 different types of data. We're looking to get the green and the blue in addition to all of this. Now we have a couple different modes here, it looks like now. So this is a PRD, which I would assume means production environment. Now we have access to a smart load balancer now too. Or at least I thought we did. Maybe this is what... No, that's not it. Smart load balancer works as regular load balancer. I don't have that. This is just a splitter. That's not a load balancer. And then ENT or INT, I would assume that this is like... I don't know what the correct name for it is, but I would assume this is like a testing environment. So because this is a live environment, right? This is a live production environment. It's working. People are relying on this system. You wouldn't want to make big changes to this just to test it out, right? So you could take a look at this setup and see whether or not it works. But the problem I'm seeing here is that this testing environment does not match the production environment. I would think that if you were in this type of situation, in this type of job, you would want to clone this and push the current design to the testing environment and then make your changes from there. You wouldn't want to start with a testing environment that's not identical. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But either way, so the task that we've been given is to expand infrastructure to have another type of data. And we need this, red and green. So I'm thinking maybe we just put it on the bottom. That way we don't mess up anything else up here. I'm not really going to mess with this testing environment. It seems pretty messy and definitely not what I'm looking for. So I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like this. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and add the blue and the green, blue and green. And it's kind of just set up the same way as all this stuff is, I would assume, right? So we would go from here to here. And then you would go up from there to the relay. And then the blue would go to blue, green would go to green. And let's just, so we don't slow anything down, let's just go ahead and upgrade the networks already in these two here. And then to flip this on, all we need to do is instead of sending you to this relay, we send you to here. And now everything is kind of connected in the system, but it shouldn't really, I wouldn't think slow everything down. Though this one here looks a little bit bloated. Let's update the CPU here too. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. So it's getting a little unstable. I don't know if I like that so much. Why don't we go ahead and have the software engineer check that out? And he's going to update. Yeah, so he just updated that node and pushed us a new version. So we're going to give us a new version here and see if that fixes anything. Because with a good CPU and a good network driver, we shouldn't have those problems. But in the log, we could see that there were problems with that. So now everything is running fluidly. And we're over with yellow. We already had that. We are growing for blue. That's a good sign. And we're not doing anything with green. Interestingly enough, it doesn't seem like it's actually giving us any green. There's bugs on this one too. Let's go ahead and have him take a look at that. And you know what? We'll have you take a look at this one up here too, because you might as well. Just to see if there's anything going on over there too. Okay, let's put the V3 software install right there. And do we need to fix anything? It looks like this system is fine. Yeah, so the regular system we had before, we've already fixed that before. We're already on version 2 there, and that seems to be fine. And so now green is passing what it needs to do. So it wasn't doing it before, and now it is. We worked through the problem, and we got it, okay? And we didn't really have a whole lot of rejected requests. Although, now it's going down for green. So that's interesting. We need to see more green. What if I don't know if this is probably gonna mess things up, but these are already upgraded, right? Yeah. Why don't we try this? This may mess things up, but let's try it. I'm gonna bring you up like this, you up like this. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna connect you to the relay instead. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and have you connect here. You are connected where you need to be already. Yep. And then with that done, we can redirect you to here. So let's see if that fixes any issues. We'll start by getting this specialized form of data out of the system first, so it doesn't bog down the rest of the stuff. And once we get it cleared, yeah. So we should have done it at the beginning and not the end. But ultimately, it took me a little bit of time there, but I did manage to get it. And I think overall that was probably a better idea. Okay, important. We're doing a demo for an investor today. We need to show that our infrastructure is able to handle big data. Please keep everything running smooth at all costs, or we lose this unique opportunity. Okay, so we're looking for keeping everything running smoothly, and we're gonna be expecting increased traffic. Okay, we now have access to this. That looks like a different symbol. I bet this is the load balancer. So because we have access to a load balancer, we don't want things to crash. We want everything to run smooth, right? So why don't we try going a little bit like this? We're gonna take all these things. Oh, see, they did the green and the blue at the bottom too, just like I was doing earlier. See? All right, so what we'll do is we'll use the smart balancer, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this one here, this one here. Again, we're gonna have increased traffic here really quick, so probably need to hurry. We're gonna have these upgraded. We shouldn't need to upgrade these since we're splitting it here. The relay is then gonna flow into this to test it. So let's go ahead and have that. Yeah. All the data is going through there. We're gonna send all the data through the splitter instead. All right, there we go. So this is gonna load balance everything, making sure that these 4 always have, you know, roughly the same load. Should keep things fairly stable on that side of it. And then, yeah, we'll just reorganize these kind of like that. Okay, cool. So the goal is we need to meet SLO. Not sure what SLO is, but we need to meet that for 300 seconds. So as long as we're stable, this just kind of slowly goes up every second. And then we have to maintain a success rate of 80%. So we're currently at 92%. I wish this number was easier to see because it's getting awful close to that green line. Like, there's no reason to have this gigantic scale. But we're at 92.9. So far anyway, we're pretty good. This thing does seem like it is bogging down. Like, it is definitely bogging down. I'm wondering if it has to do with... Yeah, it's a little unstable. So we're getting extra traffic here. Network throughput seems solid. CPU might be getting hit. I already upgraded it to max. Okay. Let's see about maybe splitting. Oh no, my reliability is dropping. Oh boy. This is bad. Yeah. Wow. So we did not meet stability for long enough. So that traffic came in quick. Okay. So how are we going to do this? Let's see. That's a load balancer. I think maybe what we could do. I'm just taking a look at this really quick. What if we... I think the load balancer was the problem there. What if we go with... It sounds weird, but what if we go with 2 load balancers? We'll connect you there, 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 and there. And then we do the same thing with this load balancer to connect all of these up, because I don't think that was the problem. But this time we'll have the relay go here. I mean, it sounds a little bit weird, but maybe we just do this. I'll actually hook it up double. Why not? This is going to sound... I think this is going to be weird, but if we just do this, increase the RAM, increase all this stuff. Yeah, let's just increase all of it. Like that. And then we just... Once it's all online, we just go like that. It kind of like load balances the load balancers, you know? But at the end of the day, it's still pushing through a single one. But this one is only going here. So these extra packets here are only hitting the one. And so we should see that this, once it gets busy, it should send most of the traffic this way. And maybe that won't bog down this whole system. It seems a little crazy, though, to do that. We also have access to a server, but no code. So that's interesting, too. I'm not sure what to think about that. There's no extra programs to install. There's just these load balancers. We have access to the software developer. So I'm actually going to have you take a look at this and see if there's anything going on there. Nothing? Nothing going on there. Okay. At least as far as he can tell right now, anyway. Okay. I mean, I should just look at the thing and see if there are any problems in the log, but unable to complete task, authentication failure, dependency is missing. I mean, there's some stuff going on here. You can't see anything wrong? with these load balancers? No, nothing. Are we at 80? Come on, get back up there. Oh, okay, 92. Whew. That was close. But yeah, you can't do them all at once. You gotta let the thing kind of breathe a little bit. All right, so this one here is getting hit, but it looks like it's fine. Oh, here we go. Yep. There's the big hit right there. I'm gonna have you redirect your packets to the other one. We're gonna sidestep that one a little bit, just to kind of create less hit for here, and then yeah, maybe that'll help a little bit more. More traffic, handle it at all costs. I think this will hold. I'm not sure whether this was the right call to do these load balancers of load balancers, but I thought it created a good enough redundancy that it made sense to me. Okay, so we were successful. 2 stars, but we were successful. Investor was pleased with our demo. We got funds to expand the system to dedicated processing loop for each data type. Do your magic. Okay, so a dedicated... Oh, it's up here. Okay, so there's inbound traffic coming in up here. And look at the requests that are getting rejected. It's nuts, man. Absolutely crazy. Okay. I don't like how it's just constantly rejecting requests while I'm trying to assess the situation. I feel like that's a little bit... I feel like that kind of sucks, right? Because your rating gets hit for having that happen, and I don't like it. Anyway, so we have 3 different types of data coming in over here. Okay, so let's take a look at that. And the types of code we're looking for here are the splitter. So we'll need one for that. Probably get load balancers. It looks like there's quite a bit of traffic coming in. That's a lot of requests. So this is actually going to be a big deal, I think, here. So what I'll do, just to plan ahead on this, and I don't know if this is overkill or not, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to have 2 of these. All right. And because there's 2 on the load balancer, and we're going to go something like this instead. Okay. So this is going to go there like that. This is going to go here. This is going to go here. All right. And then what we'll do with the code is we'll have, let's go blue. Blue is this way. So we'll have you go like this, and then you get hooked up. So just load balancing like that. You see where I'm doing this? I think you guys can get it. Green like that. There we go, balancing that load, and then we'll have a red up here. Yep. And we'll balance that load like so. And then the final step is the we're gonna need a relay as well, it looks like. Oh, I don't think we need that, do we? No. I don't think we need that, but all of these are then profit, and we'll have them processed separately just in case there's like, you know, server crashes or something. All right, so everybody processes it differently. Okay, so you're gonna go like that. Oh, wait, we do need the relay. Yeah. We do need a relay. Okay, so let's bring this down a little bit. We're gonna put relays in 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Yep. We're gonna get the relay 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're gonna have the yellow go that way. You guys are gonna share a yellow. Blue is going to come down like that, and then you're going to come down like that, and then feed back into the loop there. Okay. Yep. And there's like 4,000 rejected requests right now, so it's probably going to be a 1-star anyway, but everything was running smoothly, so not my fault. It takes forever to set these nodes up, and maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overdoing it, and that's why it's slow, but whatever. It's going to be awesomely stable when we're done. There we go. And then this is connected there already. This connected there. The red goes down. The red goes down to this one. And then you loop back to here. I think we're ready to rock. Just real quick, I want to upgrade that. And then the network connections on the switches, we'll go ahead and get those to be faster too, just because we can. There we go. But do that before it collapses. All right, ready? Here we go. Boom. Let's see what it does. We should see everything just go climbing like crazy. Look at that. Green. There's a lot of green. Let's upgrade the CPU on that. It's an awful lot of green happening here. This one here is also experiencing a pretty big load. Let's give it a little bit more juice. Okay. I mean, we finished it really quick, but because of all the rejected requests, you know, I wish you could pause the game and set up and then turn it on. I wish that was a thing, but it's just not. Like, it starts hitting you immediately, even though it's like walking you through what they want you to do. All right. Last one, I think, for this video. Maybe we'll do one more. We are getting first clients in private preview, and some serious security incidences are reported. Oh, we need to tighten our security before going to product to market. Okay. Do it by uploading secure versions of programs. Reminder, the system is live, so make sure not to cause too much downtime. Okay, so now we need to update the existing system that's flowing, and we have a lot of buggy stuff. So these are the insecure ones, a little red shield. They're insecure, and we have secure versions. We need to deploy this to the live environment without causing a lot of downtime. Okay. It looks to me like green is by far the busiest, right? I mean, there's a lot more green going through here. So we need to roll out security update to all servers. And then we also need to maintain a success rate of 75, and we're currently at 94. Okay. Let's start with green because it's crazy busy. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it, but I feel like this is the way. I feel like this is a good way to do it. What I'm going to do first, because if I was to like try to update this one, for example, I'll just show you. I'll show you why. If you try to update this one, green, which one is it? It's the green and yellow. Green and yellow. Green and yellow. Where are you? Right here. If I try to upload GV2 right here and update this, watch what happens to my reliability. Look at that. It just tanks. Oh. Now I could wait longer, and maybe it would work out if I waited a little bit longer. Oh, look at this. It shows up everywhere in the nature. We hit a major milestone. 99.999% uptime for the past quarter. That's fantastic. Our hard work is paying off. Yeah. Okay, so now we're back up to 95. So I guess I could just do this, but I have to do it really slowly. So I do this one now. We're going to see the reliability dip while it reboots. And there it goes. And we're currently sitting at 84, 85. So I need to wait for it to climb up back into the 90s and something. Now, there's other things I could do. Like blue doesn't seem like it's all that busy. But there's not a lot going on here with blue. So I might be able to get away with just like popping that one, because it doesn't really look like that's disrupting much, right? And so now that one's getting deployed. And then this one here, looks like this one's probably okay. I think our reliability is good enough to handle that one because they're not that busy. And then we'll go ahead and do that one too. Okay, so blue is done. Green, we need some work on this, but right now we're at 89, 88. I think maybe we're stable enough to handle this. These are the same thing, aren't they? They kind of look like the same thing. Let's go ahead and do that one and watch how our reliability just dips like crazy. Yeah, it's going down, 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 but it's holding 85. Let's take a look at red. So red, we could hit. So it's right here. Yeah, this one. I guess there's two of them. So I'm not sure which one's which, but we'll go ahead and deploy that. It seems like it's not that busy, so it shouldn't hit us very hard. Yep, there we go. And then, oh, reliability's tanking. Gotta wait for a second. I don't want to hit it twice. 84, 83, 85, 85. We'll hit that one now. And we'll just cool it for a second so we can stay super reliable. We're still getting rejected requests and stuff. It's probably because of this. We really need to get this thing upgraded because all these bugs are the main problem here. So I'm going to take a chance here Reliability is at what? 82? That's not a good time to take a chance. There we go. Maybe 84, 85. This is a bit of a risk because our reliability is not going back up to the 88s and stuff like I thought it would. Bam. We'll just do that right now while I have the chance. And when it boots back up, hopefully we'll be all right. That's the major one. So with green done, should be set. Yeah, there we go. Network throughput seems good. Yeah, everything seems solid there. Okay, good. I think we got through the hardest part, which was the green part. And this was mostly just like saying, hey, you know, don't update everything all at once. Do it nice and slow, roll it out in a controlled manner so that you don't disrupt too much stuff in the system, right? That's the idea. Is that the... Did I just put a buggy one in there? No. Yeah, I did. I deployed the wrong one. I deployed the one that was already there. I basically just restarted it. Okay, I need to go back up to the top. This is what I'm looking for right here. And I think we're good to go. Yeah. Try it again. So we're at 83, 85. They really need to change this interface. This is not that helpful. I really just need a solid number. Just change this to where it's showing a number. Like even if you change the interface to where this was maybe going in here, and then just like at least persistently show me the current number, that would be much more helpful. Yeah. Okay, so we are left with, looks like 2 more left to do. So we'll hit that one. And then as long as reliability stays good, we should be able to deploy to this one, no problem. And then I think that's it. That's the last one. We're at 84, so let's go ahead and deploy there. That should be everything we need. There we go. Had a bit more packets than I needed, but there you go. So we have a new job now, which is to work for Astro Omega Ltd. It's a pharmaceutical company. Okay. Welcome to our corporate behemoth. We've got a massive legacy system that's a bit outdated, but it's been stable for years. Frankly, I see it as a necessary drag. Your role as an SRE is to keep it ticking smoothly. Your first task is to optimize system to make it operate with acceptable capacity. Consult goal panel to see fulfillment of your objectives. So the goal is reach a rate of yellow. It's greater than 12 every 30 seconds. Okay, well, first thing I see with this one is that the network could use a little help, I think, on this one. So we're just gonna update that really quick. Now, it looks like something else is gonna be needed for this one, for sure. It's still pretty bogged down. I think we need multiple load balancers here to kind of maybe mitigate this a little bit. There's also this one right here, which is isolating the blue traffic. And then all these lines are overloaded too. So maybe these networks needed to be upgraded too. I'm not sure. Tell you what, why don't we leave it here? The video's long enough. I'm not even entirely sure if you guys are interested in the game, right? So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. A special thank you also to Sophism Games for sending me out a copy of the game. I appreciate that. And I hope you guys have appreciated at least the fact that we have some devs out there who used to be professionals in a field trying to make games to kind of give you a feeling of what's going on in that field, right? At least it's something, you know, to the limits of game development, right? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one if there is one, okay? Bye-bye.